My name is Linda Eketoft. I'm a senior manager in the regulatory consulting banking team. Two years ago, EU took its first steps to set up a European-wide management crisis framework for deteriorating and distressed banks. The G20 and the Financial Stability Board wanted to set up a harmonizing set of rules that would make the financial system safer. These EU requirements apply to banks, building societies, and the largest investment management firms. In the US, the timeline and the submission criteria is slightly different. All recovery plans should be made on realistic assumptions and avoid reliance on public financial support. Recovery plans should cover measures to restore funds, secure access to liquidity, while also reducing risk and leverage. These arrangements must facilitate investments in assets in the short term, while detailing how intra-group financial support can be provided. Any overarching arrangements that an institution also have in place should be considered as components of a recovery plan. Its activation point, the businesses and assets to be sold by priority, all potential impediments to divestments, plans on how to regain strong liquidity positions and options for enhancing capital during stress and crisis. In the event of a recovery plan failure, an institution wouldn't, under the RRP regime, have any other option but to resolve. In reality, the failure of a large financial institution would trigger political intervention on either a regional or domestic level. And so there may be other options available to the ailing financial institution before a resolution becomes necessary. This prompts the question: how useful or necessary a resolution plan really is. Key components to a resolution plan are similar to those of a recovery plan: a set of actions and a timeline. One difference is that they try to determine the impact on the market in which the institution operates. The content of a resolution plan should at least include the following: the structure of an institution or group at legal entity and organizational levels. This includes the business lines across geographical locations and internal support functions such as HR, IT or finance. And any interdependencies between these should also be mapped out. For instance, internal systems and control arrangements, or those between external outsourced providers. Detailed resolution plans for each business area, including business continuity plans. The identification of any major impediments that may jeopardize effective resolution. The deadline for getting your plan ready is by June this year. If you're still preparing them, here are a few things that you may want to consider. Setting up an internal working group across your geographical footprint. Building a roadmap to change that involves credible options that will take the institution to a stable financial place. You should perform a gap analysis of your governance processes, which also maps out key dependencies. This will lead to a plan that will set out how you can separate critical economic functions from the rest of your business. For more information, keep a lookout for our breakfast and evening seminars where you can ask more detailed questions.